How's it going, everybody? Today we are jumping back in Arc Raiders and we are going to take a look at this week's trials, at how we can easily complete them, and we are also going to take a look at the possible rewards that we can get for completing the trials. We are going to take a look at the common item, at the rare item, and at the epic item as well. Now the first trial that we have to complete this week is damaging flying Arc enemies, and they can be the Rocketeers, the Wasp Wobots, the Hornets as well. All of them count towards this trial, and a good way of doing this is by joining the hidden bunker event on the spaceport map, because we can play for 39 minutes in that event, so we can bring in lots of ammunition and go up against every flying wobot that we can see out there. There are lots of them flying around during that event, and a great way of attracting a lot of the flying wobots is to find snitch drones and then let them see us and call for backup, and usually they call for 3 flying wobots, so we can easily get 3 stars on this trial. Since we have 39 minutes available, we can literally blast until our weapons are broken. And these are the items that I personally got for completing this trial, and I've mentioned this in previous videos, but the items will be different for everybody. They vary from player to player, but this is what I got for getting 3 stars. Alright, so let's see here. For damaging flying arc enemies, we got a vertical grip for the uncommon item, then we got an explosive mine for the rare item, and then for the epic item we got the extended barrel. Alright, not bad at all. Now the next trial that we have to complete this week is opening arc probes, and again, personally I would recommend the hidden bunker event on the spaceport map just because of the time limit. We have a lot more time to search for these arc probes, and on spaceport these icons here are all the possible spawn points for the arc probes. Now they won't always be in the same spot. Sometimes they spawn in a certain location and then sometimes they don't. We can keep a lookout for smoke and that noise that they usually make. When we get close to them we can hear them kind of beeping, and we can search the down probes. These ones are over here, and then we can also search the fresh probes as well, the ones that are kind of standing up, and one probe will give us around 1,300 points. The first one that I searched gave me a weird score. It was 1,334, and then I searched another probe and my score went up to 2,668, so it looks like we get 1,334 points during the hidden bunker event per probe. So to get 3 stars, and that's 4,000 points, we have to search 3 probes. 1,334 times 3 is 4,002, and for 3 stars these were the items that I received. Alright, so for getting 3 stars on the open arc probes trial, we got a compensator, then we got an explosive mine, and we also got some complex gun parts. Another trial for this week is searching first wave husks, basically the big wobot wrecks that we can find scattered around the maps. Personally, I would recommend the Blue Gate map. There are lots of wobot wrecks laying around that entire map, and they are pretty easy to spot as well because the map is open, so we can easily spot the wrecks. The icons right here that are on the map are all the possible spawn points for the wobot wrecks, and again, just like with the probes, they don't always spawn in a certain place. Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. It does depend a lot on our RNG luck. Nevertheless, there are lots of them around the entire map, and even if somebody already searched a wreck before we did, it still counts towards our trial. If we search it as well, we still get points. And speaking of points, we get about 800 points per wreck. I did this during the electromagnetic storm, which wasn't the best of ideas. No. Oh my goodness, that has not gone well. My god. But as I said, we get 800 points per wreck, and to get 3 stars, and that is 4,000 points, we have to search 5 husks or 5 wrecks. And these are the items that I got for getting 3 stars on this trial. Alright, and check it out. For searching first wave husks, we actually got quite a few good things here. We got a blueprint for the barricade kit, then we got a shotgun choke, and we also got a blueprint for the Bettina. Some really good rewards for this trial here. Nice. Now we're talking. Now the next trial is arguably the hardest one for this week. We have to deal damage to the queen or to the matriarch wobots, like the big boss wobots, the wobots that only spawn at certain times on certain maps. And usually when we see this small icon next to a map name, that is when we know that the boss is spawned on the map. And if we take a look at the description on the right side of our screens, it says that a mysterious harvesting machine has appeared and it's guarded by the queen boss wobot. And that is the wobot that we have to deal damage to for this week's trial, and it is marked on the map as well. When we jump in, we can take a look at the map and it will be marked for the map. On the Damn Battlegrounds map, it's usually at the Red Lakes. Now, of course, we do have to be well prepared for this battle. If we want to do real damage to the wobot, we have to bring in like wolf pack grenades or the hole cracker with lots of ammunition. Personally, I use the hole cracker, but here's the thing. It's a fairly rare event, right? Seeing this giant wobot spawned in, it's a rare sight. So they are very contested. Players jump in with their best gear, of course, and to be honest, the queen goes down really fast when a few players work together to take it down. It's down, it's down, it's down! How many points did we get? No, only 2.5. That's unfortunate. But we did manage to take it down. Nice. Now a lot of players go for the big bosses, for the queen or for the matriarch, and if we spawn kind of far away from the big wobot, by the time we get there the wobot is like already on fire. I have tried this a few times and every time there were, a lot of players battling the queen and working together as well. So unfortunately I was only able to get 2 stars on this trial today. I am going to try this again and again. When the queen or the matriarch spawn in, I'm going to jump in and try it again because I definitely want to get 3 stars on this one. It is a fun battle, especially when everybody works together, but to get 3 stars, I gotta hope that not a lot of players are gonna go for the boss, just so we can deal a lot of the damage ourselves, but this is what I got for 2 stars. Okay, we got some interesting things. We got a blueprint, the angled grip blueprint, and then we also got an extended light magazine. I'm definitely going to try this again when the event is going to be available, because we're definitely going to be able to get more than 3 stars, or 3 stars and more than 2000 points. And the last trial for this week requires us to deal damage to the Shredder wobots. They only spawn on Stellamontes, and we all know these guys. They can be really dangerous, they can be a real pain to deal with, they do a ton of damage. And for destroying one Shredder, I got around 1300 points, so 3 or 4 of these guys will definitely get us to 4000 points. And for getting 3 stars on this trial, these were the items that I got. Alright, and check it out. For getting 3 stars on the deal damage to Shredder's trial, we got an extended medium magazine, we got mod components, and then we got this tactical augment. Nice! A defense focused augment for keeping shields topped up. And there we have it. That's about it from me today. Thank you so much for taking the time to check out this video. I hope you have enjoyed. In case you did, be sure to drop some stuff and things down below, and I will see you in the next video.